Hi everybody, Wendy from Cinnamon Sweet Shop. Today I'm going to be making a challah bread. Actually, I'm going to be making 3 challah breads, 3 loaves. I have made a video on this before, a couple years ago, but this is a different recipe. So as I said, it's going to make 3 loaves, or I could do 2 loaves and some challah rolls. It's a very large recipe. If you don't want to start doing this, making a lot of dough, just cut the recipe down. Now, all of the ingredients are listed in the description box below. Here I have some cool water and some yeast, and I am going to add the yeast to the water and then whisk it till it's combined. Now I'm going to add in butter. You could also use oil if you don't use butter, the salt, the eggs, the sugar. Give that a quick whisk together. Not perfect, but I do want to break up the butter. Ideally, you probably should cut the butter into pieces. I just didn't bother to do that today, but it's not a big deal. It's softened to room temperature. Add in the sifted flour. I'm not going to add it all in at once. I am going to add it a little bit, mix it up, then add more in. So I'm using the dough hook for this one. As I said, I'm just going to run it for a little bit. Then add the rest of the flour. Mix this on a low speed for about 2 minutes. You may have to scrape down the sides if you find it collecting along the sides of the bowl. At the 2 minutes, you'll notice the dough should come together. We're going to increase the speed to medium and continue to knead this with the dough hook for 4 more minutes. So we're going to remove your dough onto a lightly floured surface, and we're going to continue kneading. Now, if you notice that there are some harder little pieces here, you can just add about a tablespoon of water just to make it a little more moist. If you find that your dough's a little too moist, just add more flour. Now we're going to knead it. So I'm flattening it out here, and we're going to do a push, tear, and bring it back. I'm going to turn this around this way, so it's going to be a little bit easier. We're going to push, hold my hand here, push as if we're tearing it out, and then bring it back to the center. Take that piece, push, bring it back to the center. So this is the kneading motion, and then we're going to turn it to a quarter. Do the same on the other side. The other side. Lightly dust the bowl. You can put your dough in there. Just add a little bit of flour on top again. And then cover with some saran wrap. Keep this in a warm place till it gets about 70% doubled. Well, not double, but till it's about 70% larger. It should take about 40 minutes. If you're in a cold area or a less humid area, it may even take longer than that. Now we're going to divide the dough into 3 equal parts. I like to use a scale to measure it out, but you can also just eyeball it if you would like. So these are going to be equal loaves. Now one of them I'm decided I'm going to be making rolls with. So I'm going to put this one aside. And then each of these we're going to divide again in 3 equal pieces. Now we're going to take each piece and we're going to roll it into a cylinder shape till it's about 7 inches long. And when we do this, we're going to have the ends going to be a little bit thinner than the center. I'm going to go back and I'm going to roll them a little bit longer till they're about 14 inches. I'm going to use a little bit of flour just to lightly go over each rope so they don't stick together when baking. All right. Now we're going to take the 3 ends, kind of squish them together at the very top. I'm going to place this down there to hold it. So for this, we're going to do a basic 3-strand braid. So I like to start in the middle, take the middle, bring that over, then take this middle and bring it over to this side. Now we have a new middle. Take the center piece, bring it over, take this center piece, bring it over. Just until you get to the end. Then we're going to flatten it, and I like to tuck it down. Take the top part and tuck that down as well. Cover these with a towel and let them sit for another 40 minutes to an hour till it doubles in size. Now that my bread has doubled in size, I'm going to use the egg wash and just go over this. I want to make sure it's evenly coated, not pooling in the cracks here. The oven's preheated to 450 degrees. So I'm going to be baking these, one on the upper rack, one on the lower rack for 15 minutes. Then we're going to change racks, rotate the racks, turn them around, and bake them for about another 10 minutes until they are golden brown.
Be sure to like this video, share it, and subscribe to this channel, and I'll see you all next time.